Secretary of State Marco Rubio is in Israel today, meeting with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to advance peace talks in the Middle East following an Israeli strike on Hamas leaders living in Qatar.
Our relationship with Israel is very strong. Everybody knows that. We'll be there to express that and also to express the president's views, which is that he wants Hamas defeated. He wants the war to end. He wants all 48 hostages home, including those that are deceased. And he wants it all at once. Like, he wants all the hostages now, not 5 and 10, piecemeal. And we'll have to discuss about how the events last week had an impact on the ability to achieve that in short order.
But leftists like Greta Thunberg are making a mockery of the peace process. The climate activist, I guess at one time, was parading around in Crocs and a fanny pack as she joined another peace flotilla headed towards Israel. At the same time, Paramount now rejecting a boycott on Israeli films that's backed by more than, get this, 4,000 Hollywood celebrities, including Emma Stone, no surprise, Mark Ruffalo, and Joaquin Phoenix. So, Hollywood politics and activists combined here, Alicia. I got to ask the question. What are they hoping to achieve?
I have no idea. I mean, they're getting some attention, but seeing the Greta Thunberg pictures, it just seems so unserious. When you see those pictures and you consider, you know, Netanyahu's security cabinet today just had a meeting, and one of the topics was trying to figure out how to protect hostages as they move forward with their incursion in the Gaza City offensive. So that is what's happening right now in the real world. You have the Secretary of State over there trying to negotiate with Netanyahu, trying to talk to Israel, while behind the scenes, you know, there is some frustration with Israel by the president because we need our relationship with Qatar to continue because we have so many U.S. interests there. So you see them, they have a business that they are a part of, but it's very hard to take seriously.
And, you know, who's really surprised about this? Right. Hamas leaders live there at the same time. It's a very complex situation. You know, Nicole, Hollywood makes its living, for the most part, in fantasy, films and scripts. This is real life. On the first flotilla out of Barcelona, Susan Sarandon was about to show up. She apparently didn't. Liam from Game of Thrones showed up but never got on the boat. To them, this is gameplay while there are real lives on the line in Gaza.
It's quite frankly disgusting. And, you know, these celebrities that are refusing to work with the Israelis, I mean, it's just... It's horrifying that, you know, the film industry, they're only working with certain individuals, but yet a lot of these individuals claim to be so progressive and open-minded, but yet I've realized that some of those in Hollywood are the most closed-minded and narrow-minded. You know, over 4,000 celebrities are boycotting working with these, you know, Israeli film producers, and I just find that despicable. And that's not the American way. That's not the way it should be, but maybe they should take a dose of what they claim to be, very progressive, open-minded, and liberal.
Joe, you and I know the media business just a little bit, and I do the film business just a little bit.
Yeah.
They've been hurting lately. They've had the strike. They've had fires. Sets have been lost. Things are basically, the industry's got its challenges, and yet they're finding ways not to work.
Because these folks don't care. Because they already made their money. Emma Stone made her money. I loved her in Superbad. Don't get me wrong. Joaquin Phoenix, you know, Russell Crowe was great in Gladiator, but boy, Joaquin Phoenix stole every scene in that. Mark Ruffalo, well, you know, I can't really cite too much work that I like from him. But the point is, these people all have bank accounts that look like zip codes. So they could afford to say, well, you know, I've made my money and that's that. The bottom line is that I'm willing to bet that Emma Stone, Joaquin Phoenix, and Mark Ruffalo have never watched one October 7th video, ever, as far as those atrocities. And I bet you they couldn't survive 2 days as a hostage, let alone almost 2 years, like many of these 48 hostages that are still being kept. So it's nice to say these things from the perch of your Hollywood Hills mansion, but the bottom line is they've never lived this sort of hell that so many Israelis have gone through on those hostages.
Yeah, said well, and well said.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.